Today we've had a lot of spectators who've been moved around. I don't think we had problems with spectators this year, which was very good. I hope that you've managed to watch more of the event during the course of the day. You've all behaved yourselves and done what you've been asked to primarily, which is great. And I'd like to say a very big thank you to all the people involved with marshalling those spectators, looking after the gate, collecting the money at the gate, etc., etc. From that alone, we got £430 of that total. So it's very definitely money that is worth getting. And also thanks for all the help with clearing tracks on Friday and on Saturday. You guys know who you are, but competitors, if you'd like to give a clap for them, if you've done some work, don't clap for them. And I must say thank you to Brian and his Red Coats from Club Off-Road. We wouldn't have any sections if they weren't here, and we wouldn't have a Rhino Charge the same if they weren't here either. So quite simply would not be the same. Brian has actually been doing clerk of the course since the very first one in 1997 at Tong in Yorkshire. I've made him come down to Sussex for the last 10 odd years, and he's still smiling and still talking to me. So Brian and the Red Coats, thank you very, very much. And that would also include Darren for doing the safari run, because that's raised us £960 on its own, Darren. So thank you very much. Now, dog thinks he can catch birds. Don't worry, he's only Australian. We've had people from the East African Business Network here, and Caroline has very kindly agreed to present the prizes for us today. Aurelia was here helping with answering questions to people and so on. We should have had two people from the Kenya Tourist Board here today. Because of the sad events in Nairobi, they've had to stay in London, but we've got their support. We have got ideas of making this more of a social event, etc., etc. We've had a good crowd of you camping down at Heaven Farm, and I haven't had any complaints from Heaven Farm. So, really? Not yet. So I've had complaints from some of you that you couldn't sleep because of the noise that the others were making, but they are not my department. So I hope the social side of it is developing as well. And now we come to the important part. In no great order, but probably with the more fun and light-hearted trophies first. We always have one for where the F are we? The guy who gets lost, the guy who makes a little bit of a boo-boo or whatever. This year, as well as one person I forgot, George Knight. Where are you, George? He has made all of these, apart from the Statue of Liberty, and he doesn't charge us one single penny for what he does. So, George, thank you very much. Now, I personally reckon that if you told this guy that he couldn't drive to the Statue of Liberty, he would probably try. Unfortunately, after a lot of effort to get here, etc., etc., Sachin Patel ended up on the first attempt, on the first section, on his side. So, Sash, where are you?
Satch is not here, I'll take it from him. I'm not Satch.
You're not
anyone from his team.
They're all hiding.
He's done a run.
They got lost.
He's got a Statue of Liberty
Video this.
and the Rhino. Thank you very much. Now, spirit of the event. There's been tremendous amounts of spirit, and I must admit this actually wasn't that easy. People have been helping, people have been towing other people out, people have been arranging social get-togethers, etc., etc. But this is a sort of a combined spirit of the event, because I think, first of all, their boss stuffed them up and therefore they need to take something back which they can brand where the sun doesn't shine when they see him next. And secondly, they've been helped out after a certain amount of Mickey taking and enabled, I hope, to enjoy the day. So, Conrico plus Neil and Matt, would you like to come up and accept the spirit of the event? We've got 4 of those. This is for the boardroom at Conrico or wherever else you want to put it. But very, very well done. Thank you very much for taking part in raising money. Now, the Rhino Charge is the competition, but the Victor Ludorum is what really matters, because it's a combination of the competition and the Rhino Charge. But because you're all competitive buggers, I'm going to leave the Rhino Charge results till last and give you the Victor Ludorum ones next. Now, this is for a combination of the amount of sponsorship that's been raised and the position in the Rhino Charge. And second in the Victor Ludorum by, I think, about 20 points, so not a big margin, was Team 2, Sandy Choda. Please. Very well done. If you want to know the history of the picture, George will fill you in. Is it a picture out of a Webster encyclopedia? First in the Victor Ludorum, which entitles the team or members of the team to be part of the Kenyan Rhino Charge if they make a very, very big fundraising effort and pledge to get over there, was team number 11, Sam Watts and co. Where are you, boys? Well done, guys. Get your photograph taken by Andrew and Aurelia. Now, I'd like to
Oi, it's upside down, Sam.
I'd like to point out they only actually decided, what, beginning of the week? Wednesday, really. And they went around, they beat people up on the industrial estate where we all work, and they've done really, really well to get what they managed to raise. Now, Rhino Charge. Scores are shown up. Oh, very good point. We will. Gosh, he's clever, you know, Brian. Shona will put the scores up on the window facing outwards, so if you want to have a look, we can be packing up and you can have a look at your scores. Any argument, see the chap who's on the hill over there, but you're not allowed to drive, okay? So, in reverse order, in time, assembled time, that's the 3 there first, Brian. This was very, very close, by the way, so you can rue the little mistakes that you made later. With 465 points in total, team number 7, Brian Bealey, 3rd place. Well done, well done.
Borondogo! Practice! When the dairy.
Small one. In 2nd place, with 470 points, you see how close it was, is team number 9, Ian and Sammy Patel.
In last place, he's last place.
Now, this is, I think, something of a revelation. I have never actually realised that the capabilities within this team were so good. With 480 points, this year's UK Rhino Charge winners, team number 2, Sandy He's claiming he's a grown-up, but these guys all performed us really, really well. It's great to give you a proper trophy. Oh, there you go.
Well done! India upside down.
Very much, Caroline. Anyone's got any questions and so on, come and see me quickly because I have got to go out and look at this area of the estate where the damage is being caused. We have got plenty of shirts here. If you want to order them online, pay for them via PayPal. Andrew, who's done a fantastic job for me, will sort it out. We've got online capability to sell these things now. So that is something we're moving on to as well. Keep in touch with us.
That's what I told you to hold. You would have shaken. I was hoping that I'll go.